guys, welcome to another episode of Couch Crunch Podcast. I have my co-host Don here with me. On today's episode, what we're going to be talking about is the movie Black Phone, which is very interesting. It's a movie about, first off, it stars with Ethan Hawke, and I think it's going to be a fantastic movie already. I'm a huge fan of Ethan Hawke, but it's an interesting movie. It seems like a kind of like a pedophile, not a pedophile, but like a kidnapper that kidnaps kids and kind of put them down this like weird basement Saul like course. You know what I mean? It's all like chaotic and shit, and it's gonna be coming out on, I believe, this Friday, right? I think the 20th, the 24th. So
Yep.
we're going to dive more into that. Follow from that, we're going to be talking about PlayStation Plus and the pros and cons to having this subscription for anybody who didn't get a chance to actually check out the subscription. It's already been out for a couple weeks now. I think like 2 weeks. Um, and finally, from that, we're going to be going over a new game that's actually not going to be coming out till next year, and that's actually going to be Black Myth Wukon. I don't know if anybody's familiar with the game just yet. It's been in development for a couple years. I think it's a new development team that started, pretty recently into making video games, and yeah, I think this
Yeah,
is their.
it went viral. It actually went viral last year. It got like a couple million views on when it first got announced.
This is my first time hearing about it, so I don't know if it's just me, but it looks really good, and we're gonna talk more about that a little bit later. But yeah, I guess we can go ahead and dive on to let's start with PlayStation Plus because I feel like there's a lot to say on this topic for the most part.
Yeah.
Um, I mean I happened to check out some of the subscription. I mean some of the pros and cons to the subscription. I mean, if you're already a PlayStation Plus member, I think it's like a what is it? A couple. It's like $6 or $7 more or something like that to get like the actual premium subscription or something like that. Because again, we talked about it on the podcast before. It's like tiers. They're ranked by tiers. Like I think the lowest tier, I'm not sure what it really does. Hold on, let's go ahead and pull that up right real quick. I just want to be 100% sure.
Oh yeah. And I was kind of right on it too. They didn't really call it Spartacus. It's just called the PlayStation Plus still.
Yeah, I mean, I really, no, I had thought it was actually going to be a thing. So it's called Essential, Extra, and Premium, right? So the premium includes monthly games, online multiplayer, exclusive discounts, exclusive content, cloud storage, share play, PlayStation Plus collection, game help, free shipping direct from PlayStation, game catalog, classic catalog, game trials, and cloud streaming. While we have Extra that has monthly games, online multiplayer, exclusive discounts, exclusive content, cloud storage, share play, PlayStation Plus collection, game help, free shipping direct from PlayStation, game log, and then you just have Essential, which obviously doesn't. It's everything. It's pretty much all the same. It's just kind of certain things not available in there, like the classic catalog. Um, and a few other things. So if I'm guessing if you're already a member, I'm not sure like what's the starting base. Hold on, we can go ahead and talk about. Okay, so the premium is already 17.99.
Yeah.
17.99 for three, that's for a month subscription of the premium package. For 3 months it's $50 and for 12 months it's 120. Same thing goes for the extra, and same thing goes. Oh no, wait! If you're essential, it's just $10 for a month, 25, and 12. Basically, the standard. If you had already the PlayStation Plus, that's like essential is just a regular PlayStation Plus subscription if you already have one, right? Like,
Yeah. Basically.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I think if you're already a premium member, I think it's roughly like I think 11 to 10 more dollars added onto your monthly bill that you'll be getting.
Yeah.
Um, is it worth it? I mean, Don, I can kind of let you first. I can go ahead and tell you. I mean, you can go ahead and tell us like how do you feel about is it worth the every cent that you're gonna be pouring into this for the next couple of months and it rounds out to the year. Like what do you think of like how this benefits anyone? You know what I mean?
Okay. So as far as like the premium, right?
Yeah. Or
So that's
just like yeah, just like yeah, the premium, this whole thing, man. Like this whole
yeah,
thing. Like how does this go how does this benefit PlayStation players that want to be able to um get the experience of what it was like to play other games. I mean the classic games. I mean obviously it's basically like a it's basically like a time machine in a way. Like it takes you back in
yeah,
time to kind of, takes you back to those days where you used to be able, and mind you, there's not a lot of them, right? We already said
right.
that, right? Um,
They're not
so
giving you much to work with.
yeah, they're not
So
married.
with
Yeah, that's why I was gonna say, go ahead and talk about it for tell
right,
us.
yeah. So with the PlayStation 1 games and the PS2 games and the PS3 games they added, basically majority of straight up like majority of the PS3 games, most of those already on there if you had the PlayStation now.
That's why I was
If
saying.
you so if you're familiar with those ones, they didn't do anything new there. And same thing with the PS2, they barely added anything new with that because that was already on the PlayStation now.
Right.
But with the PS1, they probably added like from what I'm seeing, they added 4 new games from the PS1 on there, and that's like Siphon Filter, the monkey uh, catcher game.
Oh
What's
no,
this
no,
one?
it's a Ape Escape. Is that what it is?
Ape Escape.
Oh,
Yeah,
they
my
they
bad.
did add it. Oh, okay, I was gonna say at least they brought that because I was gonna say that was a big one back then.
Yeah, that's a classic. And what's it called? Oh, Tekken 2. That's a pretty classic too
That
on
is,
there.
yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. It's a good one.
And there's one more. Let me see. It was. Oh, it's this game. Damn, I'm trying to get the name of it.
Now take your time, buddy.
Yeah, it's like it's like the stick figure looking guy. Let me see.
Stick figure. Uh, was it like a hit back in the day?
No, it's like one of those mini games. You know, like one of those games that come with like the PlayStation. I think the PS3.
Uh, a stick. I can't. No,
Yeah.
I don't know. Are you kind of like talking about like those PlayStation Move characters? Like it's like a mini type game like that, or like
Yeah, it's like a little mini game. It's not like a major game, but one of the built-in games that will come with the system.
gotcha.
But
And so is this included with the package, or is it just?
yeah, this is part of the premium.
Oh,
But
gotcha.
in fact, I think it was a PS2 game. Yeah,
Got.
but yeah, for the most part, they didn't really add anything new outside of those four, like 4 or 5 games. And I'm like, damn, man, it's like I was expecting. Well, we kind of predicted this in a previous episode a while
Right.
back, where we saying they're probably not going to add that much on there. They're just going to take everything from the PlayStation Now and just transfer it and just make it seem like they're adding more, but it's the same shit.
I this is why we made our predictions. We was like, I doubt they're gonna add like the best PlayStation 1 game. I mean, they have like what? They have some, but not all. You know what I mean? It's just like I don't know for this major. Well, then again, let's keep in consideration like they just launched this, so who knows if they can add more onto there. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it is. They are saying on their website they are saying they're going to eventually release more from the classic
Gotcha.
catalog.
Okay. So see, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, most people will probably tell you like instead of investing your money if you own a PC, you can just get it like a fucking, a emulator or something like that if you want to go back and save some money and play that. But if you don't own a PC, then I mean, this might be beneficial for you then. You know what I mean? Because like if they're going to be adding games on there, obviously it's a new system that they just implemented into PlayStation. So of course it's not going to be perfect at first. But I had a feeling like they were not going to come out with a lot of content to provide. At first it would have been great. I mean, do you see any Jack? I think I did see Jack and Daxter in there though. I think right.
Oh yeah, but they already had that on there. Like I said, like
Yeah, it was.
that's what I'm saying. It's like they didn't really. It would have been different if they added like all the at least like half of the classics from the PS2 and the PS1 era, and they have a huge catalog. That's the part that I'm confused about why they not taking advantage of that.
Yeah.
Because they got so much to go through in their library, and
I
they had so many bangers back then.
I don't know. I think it's just for them. Like this was just I in my opinion. I think that was just for people to get excited about the experience of going, playing backwards compatible games, even though they already had that for the PlayStation now. Um, but now they're like diving into like all their old shit,
Yeah,
which is the PS1. And we weren't able to do that, or PS2, right? Like we weren't able to do any of those things. So now they're trying to add like the entire lineup. You know what I mean?
yeah. I mean, yeah, they had some of them back then. Like you could buy like PS2 games and PS1 games on the PlayStation Store usually, but they didn't. Like I said, they didn't have that much of a catalog.
Yeah. So hopefully with this coming out, hopefully they kind of up that more. You know what I mean? At least provide like put more game like because I'm not gonna lie, I would love to play some old classics shit. I mean, I'm one of those fans that would love to do that.
Yeah,
It's
definitely me too. Especially the ones I didn't get to play back then. I never owned or anything.
exactly. Like this would be a perfect time for you to like try out some games that you kind of missed out back in those times. Because mind you, we were kids and we will only play with whatever our parents bought us or whatever we liked at the time. But it was with this with us being older and we it's a different time now. We have the more availability to actually go back and play whatever the fuck we want. Right? Like that's such a great experience. So definitely, I think there's pros and cons to this. I mean, obviously, with the money aspect of it, I mean, 20 to $30 a month. I mean, that's to me, that doesn't sound too bad, right? Like, if I'm already paying, I don't know, like, I think, what was the pricing again for it? I think,
It's 17.99 for the premium.
okay, but if you're paying, because I already own a subscription. So if you're paying already that, they're probably gonna add like at least a couple more dollars. So probably like 20 something dollars a month, maybe. Um, roughly. I mean, that's not terrible. Um, yeah, that's not terrible, but I mean, it could have been a little cheaper, right? Like, uh,
Yeah, especially where you're not really getting that much new that was already on
yeah,
there
and
to begin with.
you're like, you know what I mean? It's not like we're getting anything like brand fucking new. It's not the best
And
impress.
literally, this is what they basically did from what I'm seeing. Like they basically took the PlayStation Now and the PlayStation Plus and they just merged them together. That's all they really
And then they just
did.
kind of slapped some like some content like PS1 or some shit like that in there so that way it looks like they did something.
Yeah, they just added like four new games and that's about it. And they emulated them.
That's basically what they did.
I think the reason I think the reason why it's taking so long too is because from what I researched on it and I seen like some of the gameplay of how it plays on the PS5 and the PS4,
Yeah.
they try to take those old games and they try to up the frame rate so it can play more smoothly on the newer consoles.
Oh. Yeah,
So
I mean, with everything now coming out these days, I mean, everything's going to be pushed at like 60 frames. 60 frames right now is like the standard for everything nowadays.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like that's they everyone wants a good experience when they're playing the game, and that's honestly why a lot of these developers are just remaking the same shit. But
yeah,
you already know how I feel about it. I just don't think like it's kind of like time wasting at that point. I just don't think
yeah,
like right like if you really want to go back and play the game, then you have that chance to do that if you have the money and time to do that. Um, it's just kind of dumb. I think like I rather the companies or developer the dev teams can actually work on new IPs instead of actually like going back on their old shit. There's nothing new you're adding onto it. It's just the same shit.
yeah,
So
literally.
it's just a cash grab, and like I said, it's just I don't know.
Yeah, I don't. For me, I don't think the premium is worth it. But like, I would say like if you see like a classic game you like, I would buy that individual game instead of buying the whole subscription.
I was gonna
I
s-
would do that
I was gonna
instead.
say like do they do free trials? I mean, I'm guessing for any new PlayStation owners, like if they're making a PS account for the first time, are they going to be getting like their free trials? That would be great for anybody to try out to see if they actually want to continue to keep paying for it, right?
Right. I would hope so. I know they used to do that with the PlayStation Plus, but I don't know if they still do it now. Like when you have a new account, you can get like a free trial. But
Yeah.
on PlayStation, they probably not gonna let, they're not gonna let you do that shit, especially with the premium. Maybe like for the 9.99 trial, probably.
Yeah, you're out of your mind if I'm gonna like personally me, I'm not gonna be paying fucking over $100 for a service that's not even worth fucking not even half my half. Like I would $20 and $10 is fine enough
Yeah,
for
they.
me. Like obviously we if you want to go back to the old days where PS3 was just online free. Remember that? It was I mean we all want
I
to yeah, we all want to go back to those days, but unfortunately, this is not what Sony's thing plan. That's not in their agenda anymore. So honestly, you just gotta get with the program. If you
right.
if you want to play online with your friends, it sucks.
Yeah, that's what all these consoles are doing nowadays. Nintendo, Xbox, PlayStation.
That's what I was gonna ask you though. I was just gonna say, so which one do you actually like think people? Obviously, it goes all towards like whoever it goes based off your like how much how much it like are what is your best interest in each package that provides for you, right? Like for anyone specifically. But if you
Right.
had to speculate and say like which one it would be beneficial for everyone to just kind of enjoy, what would you say? I would say the extra. You don't have to go premium.
Extra, that's a good medium. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially for like people that, let's say if somebody's from an Xbox or a Nintendo exclusive player, like if they're just now playing PlayStation or on their PS5 or something like that, they could take advantage of this and like catch up with the PlayStation exclusives by getting this package. That's more beneficial for new people like that are transferring from a different console.
Absolutely. I mean, obviously, you don't get the classic catalog. Um, so my next question was going to be too, like, do you need to have PlayStation Now anymore, or now this is kind of just like this is paving over that?
Yeah, this is basically, like I said, it's basically PlayStation Now and
So
PlayStation Plus.
what
Gone.
happened? What happened to if you had a PlayStation Now subscription? Do they just eliminate that, or like what's the what's the situation with that?
Yeah,
Because I
that's a
mean
good question.
that's what I'm saying. Like, so if they eliminate that, because it's like a lot of games in PlayStation Now were already in the classic catalog. So it's like if I already
Right.
have a subscription from PlayStation Now, why the fuck am I paying more or paying like you know what I mean? Like I'm paying a few more extra dollars for me to have the same subscription I already had previously. That's fucking stupid.
Yeah. From what I'm seeing, they completely eliminated PlayStation Now. Now that this exists, like this is basically PlayStation Now and PlayStation Plus. So this is all one hub. And I'm guessing it transferred. I will hope they transferred whoever was subscribed to it. They can still use it
I mean, they
until it
better. I
expires.
mean, I think they would have a lot of upset fans knocking at their door. I'm like, yo, what's up with this? Like,
Yeah, like you just pay for the shit, and then they just did this and
that
got
was
rid of
that, but that was the
PlayStation
big, but
Now.
that was the biggest concern for PlayStation subscription. Like, period. Like, what was going to be the thing? Like, were they going to? I remember Mir asking me that too. I think he was trying to figure out like, is it going to continue my service or is it going to like eliminate it and then I actually have to pay for it like right then and there with the new one. So I mean, it already answered our question for us. Like once it came out, I still had my service. I just didn't have premium. And if you want to go premium, you just have to add a few more dollars onto your fucking monthly subscription,
Yeah.
which I don't feel like doing, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
so I'm guessing the same thing happened with the PlayStation Now subscribers. I guess they once this
It's
came out, like you just had to upgrade to whatever if you
it's
wanted to.
fucking stupid.
Yeah, it's as of now, to be honest, I don't think it's worth it. But if you want an individual game, I would say like seek that one out,
it
that game one out of there,
if you
and
have,
just buy
I'm
that.
telling you, man, if you have a PC, just fucking get the emulator, dude. Save yourself some fucking money at the end of the day.
Yeah, unless you're a new person that's new to PlayStation, I don't see this
Right. That's
benefiting.
what I'm saying. If you
Yeah,
don't have the funds to get a PC, if you don't have the availability to get one, um, yeah. I mean, if that's your only option, try it. I say go for it if you really want to go back to trying out classics, or if you've never got a chance to actually play any of the classics growing up. Yeah, this would be a perfect opportunity for you to actually try out some of these games.
Yeah. This is basically PlayStation answer to like what people was forever like forever asking for, like backwards compatibility that they never added it to the PS4. It's like this is what they're trying to answer for, but it's just so lackluster, and it needs a lot of work, obviously, from what we can see.
Yeah.
So I would give it a lot of time until it can actually reach the point where they put a bunch of classics
I,
on there.
I could see it growing though. I could
Yeah,
see it
I would
doing.
hope so.
Yeah, I could see it in the next couple months. Hopefully, we can see like some changes to it, maybe some discounts off those prices. I have no idea if they ever done that. Some better content to provide, and for me to want to pay more to get more out of this service. I want them to put more better games for me to go back and say, you know what, I do want to fucking play. I don't know, like Rayman Rush or some shit like that. Some good classics from PS1 and PS2 days, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be real fun to go back in time, and especially the games, like I said, like I never got to play back then, like
Right. And I don't
the
know if it's increasing the cloud storage on your service, because instead of it being stored, the games being stored onto your actual drive, it'll be saved onto the cloud storage. So I don't know if this actually increases that as well. No idea. That would be a great that would be a great thing to add in there if possible. I have
oh yeah, that reminds me. That's something that's always concerned me about the PlayStation now. The streaming server where you had to play on the cloud system, uh, to play like some of the classic games, and it would kind of lag in and out, and it kind of be shitty, like a shitty server you had to play on the game instead of being able to download the whole game. So I think that's a kind of problem they had to fix. I'm hoping they're gonna fix it with this new
Ye
PlayStation Plus.
Absolutely. I think I'm on the same train with you as well. Like, hopefully they can kind of fix that, because like with the PlayStation Now, every time you stream the game, it's like choppy as fuck, and it's not really like the best quality. So hopefully it's different.
Right,
I don't know if the servers are way better than they used to be for PlayStation Now, because obviously we're just streaming the game. We're not downloading it or anything like that. But
right. They
um,
should have changed it to that, but I don't know why they kept it like how
yeah,
they had the
I
PlayStation
honestly at
Now.
this point I would have preferred to just fucking download it, because it would have been
Right.
better. Yeah,
I
it would have
don't
been
get why you
better.
can't do that.
Yeah, I don't know if it's like it's get with the program nowadays. Like everybody streams things, they don't nobody download it unless you unless you're pre-ordering a game or anything like that, or But
Right.
it's just like a streaming service that I guess that it's supposed to be easier for you to do that, but it just doesn't turn out well for PlayStation sometimes.
Right. Like I remember when I used to try to play some games on the PlayStation Now. Like I played a old classic game like Dark Stalkers. That's like a fighting game, and that ran pretty well. Like even online, they had an online system on there too. And but if you play like a newer game, like a PS4 game on there, that's when it starts to lag. Like so, I'm guessing it goes based off of like the frame rates and like the higher graphics. The more of that, the more power it has to keep up with, the more it kind of drops in frames.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what got me worried about this. If they're going to continue with the streaming.
Well, hopefully, I want to know what you guys' thoughts on all like everything about this platform, like this whole subscription service thing for PlayStation. I'm hoping you guys are enjoying it. If you guys didn't get a chance to check it out, or even get your hands on a PS5, or even if you still own a PS4, that's fine. You could still contribute to upgrading your services and trying out some games on there. Um, but hopefully you guys are enjoying like some of the content that's on there. You may not agree with us, but we just feel like this is just not enough for us to really upgrade ourselves. We just don't see the point of it. But maybe our
Right.
other members here on Couch Crunch, they kind of disagree with that. But for me and Don specifically, we honestly just don't think that it's actually worth a few more dollars. I would say if you guys really are die hard fans for PlayStation, Or if if you want to enjoy more classics, I say wait it out for a couple months. Maybe we can see some more games on there that you might actually like and try out. And hopefully, I guess those prices will go down some. I mean, honestly, I'm not saying I want it to be free, but I know 17.99 is okay for a monthly subscription. I mean, sort of, not really. I would rather take the 15.99. God, that sounds a lot better for the extra. That's why I said extra would be perfect for me. But for the classic catalog, I mean, obviously it's 17.99. And again, I'm not sure like if you already PlayStation Plus member, I think it's like I really have to look at it. I think it was like $11 more added onto my monthly subscription, but I could be wrong. But yeah, I mean, hopefully you guys, I just want to hear you guys' thoughts and opinions on that, and hopefully we can kind of go over it together.
Yeah.
Um, and now we can kind of go ahead and dive into Black Phone, my friend. I think have you seen the trailer? I think we've seen the trailer, right?
Yes. Yeah, I've seen it a couple
All
times.
right,
Yeah.
what are your thoughts on that, man? I mean, I feel like we don't have to run the trailer back. But
No,
I
you
mean,
don't have.
I've already seen it, and it was kind of like it was interesting. I mean, it's kind of like he lures, right? Like the concept of the movie, from what I've seen, it's like he kind of lures the kids into, I'm guessing, to him. Obviously, with like he says in the trailer, like candy or some shit like that. So he kind of like lures them into like his to him, and then he just kind of kidnaps them and puts them in the truck. Um, and he
Yeah, they
got
have him locked up in
in the
this boxed up room.
it's like a basement, right? Like it's like a basement to a house or some shit.
Yeah, it's just like an
Um,
isolated room or something.
Yeah, and it's kind of like it's not like Saw in a way, but it's like they have to kind of figure out how to get out of there, right? Like
Yeah,
that's why I kind of related to Saw, because it's kind of like he's watching them like like struggle and trying to get free from this torment that they're going to, and it's kind of like sickening in a way, but it's I mean it's the purpose of the whole concept of the movie. And
right.
it's
Yeah, it's kind of like an escape room in a way. Like they had to
yeah.
figure out a couple puzzles to get out or
What
something like that.
was it Ghost? I mean, can that other kid see the other kid? You know what I'm saying? Remember that part that the other kid?
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, that's the question I had too. Like, I was wondering if it was like they could see each other, or they was both trying to help each other get out, or what it was
it
going
kind of
on.
seems like they're trying to work they're trying to work together to try to help the kid that's actually really stuck down there. I'm guessing to find ways out of the place, or try to kill him. That's what it
Right.
kind of seems like.
Yeah. A lot of people are comparing this movie to like Pennywise and like, well, I mean,
I could see that.
like,
I
yeah.
definitely could see that. Yeah, he's not a kid. He's not a psychopath like clown or something like that. But you know, I like the concept of him like being. I like his look. His look really looks like a unique character that's like trying to lure kids into his den or some shit like that. I like the
Yeah.
look though. The look is cool.
Yeah, he has like a demon mask on and he's trying to kidnap these kids. I wonder what's the reason why he's
That
kidnapping kids in the
that
first
was gonna be
place.
my next fucking question too. I was like, I wonder what made him want to keep doing that.
You know, it's very mysterious. They didn't really show too much, but outside of like some major scenes in the movie,
You know,
it got me curious though, like to see where it's gonna go.
right. And we don't even see a lot of movies like that, right? Like as far as inside that concept,
Right,
I,
right.
I don't
Outside of it, it's like, yeah,
yeah. I don't see any movies like that. It was crazy though. It was like yeah, it was like on another level as far as like, when him biting off the fucking kid's head.
oh yeah,
Yeah, that was the most like I didn't think they were gonna show some shit like that.
you know,
They usually don't show kids being killed on movies. Like if you're
oh
not,
yeah, he barely,
yeah. Like I mean, it'll be seen like them getting snatched or eaten or some crazy shit.
right,
If they even get shot, it's you'll see a bullet wound or anything like that, but nothing like them getting chewed fucking head off or like that. You know what I'm saying?
right. Yeah, they want to they would cut it off before they show anything depicting a kid being harmed.
Yeah, like
In a way.
that shit was crazy. So I mean, I don't know if it's gonna be the same, or I don't know if it's actually gonna be like, um, if it's going to be like one of those situations where you're not gonna see too much blood or too much anything. It's just kind of like one of those movies that kind of just fuck with your head,
Yeah.
you
Is
know.
this rated R? This movie? That's
I don't know.
okay.
That's a good question. Hold on.
Like phone. I want to know what's the significance of the phone too. I think I seen the kid on the phone, and then that's how he got it. I guess he got connection with the kid, and that's where it all went downhill.
Uh, Hold on. I think it is.
Oh yeah, it's rated R. Yeah.
Okay. And okay, so the concept behind it says Finney Shaw is a shy but clever 13-year-old boy who is being held in the soundproof basement. Yeah, see, I was right.
Oh yeah.
Basement by a sciatic mask killer. With a disconnected phone on the wall starts to ring. He soon discovers that he can hear the voices of the murder's previous victims. Yeah, see, look, and they
Oh
are
yeah.
dead
It's like
set.
cool.
They are dead set on making sure that what happened to them doesn't happen to Finney. See what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Yeah, you're right. It's like the other kid is trying to guide him
See,
out.
that's what I'm saying. I had a
Right.
feeling. I had a feeling. I just kind of had a feeling. Like when they showed it in the trailer, I'm like, kind of just seems like they're trying to make sure like he doesn't go through the same experiences. Like I'm guessing a lot of people died in that basement.
Right. I'm guessing like this basement he's putting them in. It's like haunted with the previous deaf kids that he ended up killing. I mean,
You can see
yeah,
his character a little bit too. It's like he has like like a white cloudy face. I don't know.
yeah.
It's like
Huh.
what? So what did the black phone do? Like that's what you were saying. Like what does it do? Does it actually you call them and then they? I don't know. I can't even put my finger on that.
I'm guessing it's like some kind of spiritual connection between the living dead, since it's like a broken phone that's disconnected. I'm guessing it's like some kind of spiritual variance down there where the other kids used to be.
I wonder where they got the mask from though. Like where's the idea from the mask? It's like a sort of like a
Yeah, it's
demon.
like a demon mask. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
I like
guessing that's just like a persona he puts on.
I like the top hat though. The top hat's pretty cool. I just love top hats, but the outfit is like I don't know. I don't get it. It's a red turtleneck.
Mystical.
He has a red turtleneck with a black shirt. Like I don't.
Yeah.
There's nothing terrifying about that, but
Yeah. I just hope with this movie they don't go to the stereotypical of this guy just was just a serial killer just to be a serial killer. I hope it's just like a backstory of why he's doing it and like going down his whole story of
I don't know. It's made by Bloomhouse, Don.
oh man, that's a
Yeah.
hit or miss then.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I mean, usually when Bloomhouse is in control, look, I'm not trying to bomb Bloomhouse, but it's just like they've been downhill for a long time now, in my opinion.
They have a handful of good movies, but some of the movies are just
Just dog
terrible.
shit, dude. Like, it's just not even worth your time.
So
And
it's
they
a
and
gamble. I guess it all depends on who's directing
I
this.
mean, they claim to say like they have really good horror movies, and it's like no, absolutely not. Like they haven't had a good horror movie since like I don't know, in my opinion, like since Paranormal Activity 2 probably or 1.
Oh yeah, that's right. They did the paranormal
Yeah, they had
series.
a lot. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and dive into that. Like how many fucking movies have they disappointed me with?
The director of this is Scott Derrickson. I don't know what he did. Let's see. Okay, his catalog too. Scott Derrickson. Doesn't sound too familiar. Oh, okay. Oh, he actually worked on Doctor Strange. Interesting.
So they did The Purge, which was look, the first Purge was cool. After the 9 purges after that, it's kind of like okay. Um Insidious wasn't a bad movie. I think Dark Skies. I never checked out Dark Skies. They did Dark Skies, Paranormal Activity. They did all the fucking Paranormal Activities, of course.
Oh
16,
God.
bro. There's 16 films of Paranormal Activity. Is it? No,
16 too many.
no,
That
no,
was
no. Hold on.
horrible.
No, I don't. I think I read that wrong. I know there's a few of them. I don't care enough to dive more into that. Unfriended, which I remember I wanted to check this out. I think this came out like this year. Oh no, this was 2014. This 2013.
Hmm.
Yeah. See, The Purge, The Split. I mean, hold on, Split. Split was actually all right. I give him that. That was not a bad movie at all.
No, I didn't actually. I actually didn't like that one
You
either.
didn't like Split? Split was good.
No,
It was all
no.
right.
I couldn't buy into the split personality of the. I just couldn't
Are
see
you talking
past.
about how
That's
he was a
too
little girl
goofy.
at first, and then he was a werewolf and shit, and then he was like a
Yeah,
demon? I don't know.
it just came off too goofy to me. I don't know. I couldn't buy into his acting. It was just out of control.
They produced Get Out, which was good. Happy Death Day was the worst fucking. I hated that fucking movie.
Oh, I never heard of that one.
It's basically one of those movies that she just keeps trying to figure out why she keeps dying. She's
Oh,
like she's dying. She's been dead, but I think like the concept of it is like she goes to bed, she wakes up the next morning, she dies. She keeps dying over and over and over.
oh, I think I've seen that
Yeah,
part
it
of
was so fucking stupid.
that was bad. It's like a Groundhog Day kind of theme.
Yeah, I remember seeing The Last Key. The Last Key was Insidious. The Last Key. That was a good one. That wasn't bad. I mean, I think I went to the theaters to go see that. The First Purge, garbage. Um,
Yeah, all the purges are just pretty bad.
Glass. I didn't see Glass. That was like the sequel to Split.
So, yeah. Hmm.
Happy Death Day 2. They made a part 2? Oh
Oh,
hell no.
I'm looking at the director of Black Phone. He is weird. He actually worked on Doctor Strange,
Which one?
Senate,
The first one or the second one that just dropped?
the first one from 2016.
Oh, okay. All right, not bad.
Yeah, that's interesting.
That is.
He worked on Sinister. He was the director of that. I never seen that horror movie before. They got a
Sinister.
60.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
Oh, you seen that one?
Yeah, that
Oh.
one was pretty bad in my opinion. Don't even look up the ratings for that. It was garbage.
Yeah, it kind of got a mid score
Yeah,
on Rotten Tomatoes. And he worked on Deliverer of Us, Deliverer of Devil. Oh
yeah,
no, my bad. Deliver us from evil. Okay,
yeah.
deliver us.
I didn't see that one.
Huh.
Yeah, I didn't see that one. I,
And the day the earth stood still. I heard of that movie, but I never seen that.
yeah, same here.
Exorcism of Emily Rose.
So
Uh,
Bloomhouse is like relatively new. Like I don't know how like true this is, but their Wikipedia page. Yes, I get my information from Wikipedia. Um, it only goes as far as back as 2010. I'm sorry, 2007.
oh, okay.
Yeah, there you go. The first movie was see what I'm saying? Their first movie was Paranormal Activity. Their first
Oh
one.
God, they started off with that.
Yeah,
Man.
yep. Bloomhouse low budget model began in 2007 with Paranormal Activity, which was made for $15,000 gross over 193 million worldwide. So it started off as $15,000. You know, that was I guess that was a pretty low budget for, production company.
Yeah, you can kind of tell in the movie it didn't really take that much special effects to make that movie. Found footage
Oh hell
type.
no. So it's only Bloomhouse is new. It's you see it right here. Founded in 2014. It's only been 7 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I thought it was older than that.
No. Well, thank God it's not. I mean, it's not a good company. I'm sorry, guys. I
Yeah. They got like I said, only like a handful of good ones, but for the most part,
these are not cutting it for me. I'm sorry. And I think
the director didn't really make that too many good movies from what I'm seeing from the score. I don't want to go purely off of ratings, but Hellraiser and Inferno, come on now, why you keep making Hellraiser.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I heard Hellraiser went downhill ever since like the after the second one. That's when it started getting shitty with that series.
But I think this is their first time actually um this is their first time actually having my man Ethan Hawke on their movies. So, you know, I think it's going to do well. I just have high hopes for it. I love him. I think he's a great actor. So, um I have high hopes for this film. I'm hoping that it does well. I mean, I'm not sure what the critics are gonna. Man, the critics are like the hyenas. Like they love to rip that shit open and just like tear it apart.
Well, they
Yeah,
actually gave it a good score so far. They got 100% on Rotten
right,
Tomatoes.
right. But the movie hasn't came out yet. Wait till Thursday night or Friday. We'll see where it goes from there.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
but the critics get like an early viewing on it before
yeah,
like the public gets to
yeah,
see
they
it. So
do.
that's where that came from.
But then that's not bad. But then we'll see what the public says because I think,
Yeah, that's when the truth comes out when the
yeah,
public,
yeah.
because critics. The thing about critics, they get paid off anyway. If like say if like the producer wants to pay off critics to make it look good, they give them a good score. They just pay off Rotten Tomatoes, and then they give them 100%. It could be one of those
So it doesn't
cases.
matter what their opinion does, right? Like,
Yeah. A lot of times they end up getting paid off. So that's why it's good to see like the public's point of view. That's the truth.
so we'll
you
see.
know?
We'll see how it goes. I guess for that, like you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So hopefully this movie does good, man. I mean, because again, like if you want to dive into like horror, what is this classified as? Like it's like it's horror,
Yeah.
right? It's horror.
Horror, yeah.
It's not a lot of these movies anymore, man. Like, come on.
Well, yeah, it is a lot of horrors, but they all shitty. It's hard to find. It's like finding a diamond in the rough.
Like
So
what happened to horror, Don? Like look,
yeah,
Halloween came and saved. Like not saying the movie franchise. I'm saying like in it like the season, the holiday season in
uh-huh.
October. It's like not even that can save it. It's like everything is just trash now, man.
Yeah, it's so rare to find a good horror movie, and
And
it sucks too because horror is like one of my favorite genres in far as movies. And
and,
I wish it was more good horror
and we
movies,
can't
but
even say we can't even put the excuse out anymore that it was COVID that kind of was the reason why the movies have been horrible. No, 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 no. Let's not.
even before COVID happened,
Yeah.
it was still bad for like a couple of years. It's just like, man, you only find like a few and
Like I'm
far
looking at a
between.
list right now. How does the Requin, which is a shark movie, how is that a horror movie? I don't get
Come
it.
back and make more shark movies.
Yeah, and then
I
that
mean, this Scott Derrickson, since he helped produce Doctor Strange, I'm hope that kind of gives me a little hope of what Black Phone could do for us being a director of that.
and can we? I don't know if I always do this. I always do this. I feel like our fans will always be like, Nick always does that. Like and can we see like if it does well, will we see a sequel?
Oh
You
yeah, I'm
know,
pretty sure they would.
if it does well. I don't want to have high hopes for it, but if it does well, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Uh,
And I don't know, man. It's just like I don't see a lot going on with horror, man. It's just like what else we got this year anyway? We got I'm not gonna go ahead and say nope. Nope. It says it for itself. Okay, like
that one got me curious though. It could be good because Get
nope.
Out. I like Get Out. Get Out was pretty good. That's the
Right,
same director.
but I don't get it, man. It's just I don't
That
get.
one kind of piques my interest, but as far as like this year, I'm hoping at least that's gonna turn out good.
That's
And that's the writer C. Robert Cargill. I'm not familiar with anybody that's
Scream.
casted in this movie either.
Scream was trash. Um, Fresh. These are all old movies. These are all January movies. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That was I didn't watch that. Morbia was not. Oh, I mean, yeah, that movie was horror. It was because it was terrifying horror. Like it was just horrible. Period. Like it's very terrifying. Black Phone was anticipated, which is coming out. Yeah, Nope is coming out July 22nd. I guess we can talk about that when it gets closer to the date. Salim's Lot. I don't know what that is. While Stephen King. Oh, it's a Stephen King thing. Oh god.
Huh. Yeah,
It's a
always make
2-episode TV miniseries in 1979. A classic novel is finally getting a proper feature film adaptation next year. So yeah, I'm not sure what Salim's Lot is. I'm guessing it's like a series or anything like that from Stephen King's one of his books or something.
Oh yeah, they always make an adaptation out of his books.
Yeah. Halloween ends. I swear to God, man. I just want this fucking movie to just end. I don't know why. I know there's diehard Halloween fans out there, and I get it. But
I think
come
I think even at this point they're sick of it. Like I don't even think it's anybody
come
really looking
on,
for
dude.
it.
Like it's just enough is enough. Enough, man. Like it's just even Jason threw up the gloves. Like all the rest of those other guys, they threw up the gloves, man. You got Freddie on yeah, he played a small part, but he was on Stranger Things. Like, you know what I'm
Even it's between Halloween and Child's Play. They keep making them for some reason, like Chucky. They keep making
right. And
those too.
then they got that weird movie. What is it called? Megan. That looks just like Chucky, but that's coming out like next year. Right?
Oh
Like
yeah, another
it's like
doll movie.
another fucking doll movie. I don't get it.
Yeah, as they don't have enough of those.
And look at this. Look, we don't know when this one's coming out, but Jeepers Creepers Reborn. So they're trying to rebirth it. Where I'm like, God.
They're making a
I mean, it
remake.
was terrifying. Look, it was terrifying for its time because I was what the first one came out. I was really young.
Yeah, I think they came in the early 2000s. Like,
Yeah,
super.
it was creepy. But at some
Yeah, I like
point,
the original Jeepers Creepers, but having them redo it, it's like, come on
I
now.
still don't even know what he is. But then I think at like part 3, I just was like, this is not scary anymore. It's like it's a bat thing. He has like wings and shit.
Yeah, he always had those, but it's. I think they changed directors and they just went downhill
Yeah,
after that.
it wasn't as it wasn't impactful as much as like the first one was.
Yeah, the first two are good, but after that, it's just man, I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I don't know what's why we're rebirthing this, but this is what I'm saying. It's like horror is just not is what it seems. So we're hoping Black Phone takes the year. You know what I mean? Halloween, it needs to. It says in the title, it's gonna end at some point. So, um, we're gonna expect the Black Phone and Nope to carry this year off because everything
Yeah,
else is just dog shit.
yeah, I don't know what else, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that covers that one. I think for the final topic, I think this was interesting already, man. It's just like I definitely got to pull this one up.
Oh
Uh,
yeah. Now
Black
this one,
Myth,
this one pretty viral last year on on YouTube.
Black Myth, Wukon. We got gameplay, right? Yeah, Wukon 5 minutes. All right, 2.
Google Fi, a phone plan by Google. Save big on the new Samsung
Oh,
Galaxy S22 series.
screen.
With
Oh yeah, sorry about that, buddy.
All right, good. Yeah, this game is based off the Monkey King. It's pretty cool. It's real good.
All right.
I think a lot of people are anticipating
ultra bright
this one.
display. Better than
All right, there we go. It's running on Real Engine 5 as well.
Yeah, that's amazing already.
Made by a Chinese developing team.
Like, yo, I love the atmosphere already of it. It looks so cool.
Yeah.
Look at that shit.
It's crazy. A lot of people are saying like it plays out like a Dark Souls boss fight, like some of the boss fights in
Oh
here.
yeah, look, you can transform to things. That was cool.
Yeah, you can transform to different animals. It's crazy. Yeah, it does to the environment.
Oh my god, bro. This game is going to be fire.
Crazy.
I wonder who's the protagonist.
Yeah. What I know, like these enemies he's fighting are based off of old Chinese folklore creatures. Story. Oh.
I like
He even got the extension pole, like how Goku used to have that pole.
Oh, they extend the stick.
Yeah, but you know Goku's based off the Monkey King.
It seems like the combat system doesn't seem like it doesn't use like the same. They really put a lot of thought into the combat system. I think they actually practice like actual martial arts to really get the idea of like capturing the moveset with the stick. I think that's cool.
Yeah.
That's a big dude.
Oh yeah. Even like the textures on the animals, they look so, you can tell it's real engine. Oh. Yeah. Okay, I'm seeing. Oh yeah, that kind of reminded me. Like he gets his powers through the stick, so whatever he hits.
Oh, so you get actual elements on there, huh?
Yeah, so like whenever he defeats like an enemy, he gains your powers and he becomes them. It looks like it has like an adventure to it too, like platforming in it as well. Man. These boss fights look epic as well, like, man. Oh yeah, see like the flying Nimbus. Yeah.
I like how it extends. Look at that shit.
Yeah.
Yo, this game is going to be good, man. I can see it now.
Oh yeah. Get the bunk.
Woo! That was good, man.
Oh yeah.
Wow, I don't even know where to begin with all that, man. I don't. I like this. I like the fact that the cat. It just reminds me of the Monkey King so much. I think they got a lot of inspiration from that movie.
Yeah, no, it's literally based off like the folklore of the Monkey King from the Chinese old tales of that. Because you know, like the Monkey King is an ancient Chinese creature that they based a lot of stories and movies off of.
So, what was the concept behind that? Do you know? Like, well, why did they create it like a monkey human thing? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I never was understanding of like why they designed that like that. Like, you know, I get the con like he's half monkey, half human, but
Yeah.
How?
Oh yeah, like the original story to it. I don't know. I
Yeah,
never looked into like the original folklore of it, but I know it's just like one of those old folklores. Like it's kind of like like how in America we have like the headless horseman and like the a bunch of different fictional characters like that. It's like that, except in China they have the Monkey King.
gotcha.
Yeah,
I mean, like you said, it just seems like they got the extended stick. We see, I love the fight style of it, man. It's just like it's a lot of kung fu, and we don't get that too many games. I mean, we had what was it, Shang-Chi?
oh
Shang-Chi?
yeah, Shang-Chi.
Yeah, that was. I mean, but it's the same. It's just movements with your hands. Like that.
Oh
That's
yeah,
pretty much it. With this, you get actual full on like with the stick elements of the power, like the elemental powers. You get to interact with like all sorts of different things in there. I think that was crazy, man.
yeah,
That was a really good experience, like for me to watch that trailer. That shit was great. I didn't even see the whole thing. I think I seen like gameplay of it like a couple days ago, but I didn't see like the full trailer like that. That was cool.
yeah, and
I
like and the huge boss fights, those stand out to me as well. Like those big giant bosses, man. I can't wait to dive into that.
Yeah,
I like shit like that where you had to take on like it's kind of like God of War. We had to take on like big god creatures that are like 10 times bigger than you. Like that shit is crazy.
yeah. You see how big he was too, like some of those enemies, and it's crazy too,
Yeah.
because like you see a lot of like different type of creatures in there too, like
Right.
different.
Yeah, like a lot of them are based off like old Buddhist tales, like from the Buddhist religion, and it's it's really interesting how they mixed all those different elements into it.
Yeah, man, I'm excited for this game. I really want to know like who's the company again? It was a long fucking name, right? Like
Oh yeah,
it was a long development team. Hold on.
yeah. I know. This is like their. I believe it's like their first game. What?
So here's the publisher. I'm sorry. There's the publisher and the publisher and the game developers. Game Science Interactive Technology Co. Ltd. Game Science. So it's a
Oh,
long fucking name.
yeah. Game science is short.
So we'll call it Game Science for now. It runs on Unreal Engine 5 single player video game. It's going to be on PS4, 5, Xbox One, Xbox X Series, Series S, and Microsoft, obviously PC. So it seems like it's going to be on all platforms besides Nintendo, because Nintendo, I don't know, it never gets games like this at all. So,
Yeah. It looks very graphic heavy, so I don't think it can withstand that.
and this is supposed to be an indie game? Get the fuck out of here. Really? Look,
That's insane,
it
bro.
says it right there. Like it says, Black Myth Wukon is an upcoming action role playing game by Chinese indie develop. Oh, okay. So they're just talking about the indie developer. Like
Oh, the
the
developers.
developers are indie because they're not really big out there. But this game, I better see this game be sold for $60. Fuck out of
Oh
here.
yeah, this definitely looks like a full blown out
Yeah, this
game.
deserves to be 60. I really
Yeah.
want to know who the protagonist is. Like, I really want to know who that is. Like, they really need to kind of explain like his story. Hopefully,
Oh yeah. He's the Monkey King, Chinese noble.
so is his name Wukon? Like, that would be cool if that is.
It might just be like the Monkey King, since it's based off
Now,
of him.
this better get a sequel.
Oh yeah, please. This shit looks.
Like,
Oh
yo, this shit don't even look like it will let me down. Like, I feel like I
yeah.
already know IGN and all the rest of the gaming review companies. They're gonna butcher it probably. Do GamerX before you buy. He has his fucking head in.
Actually, IGN interviewed the developers in China. They interviewed them about this because it went so viral last year.
I'm so late.
They,
I don't remember this. I mean I've never seen this until you brought it up the other day. I was like, "Oh shit. I've never seen this before."
it kind of blew up because everybody was like, it looks amazing. The Year of the Ox. Yeah, so it's like based off of like like the Chinese calendar, how they have like the ox and like the different animals based off each
Yeah.
month.
Yeah.
Like all those creatures in there, they're based off of those animals of the month of the what's it called? The zodiac signs.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
like
yeah. It goes by year though, right? Instead of month.
yeah.
Yeah. Damn. Dude,
Oh, it's
yeah.
interesting.
I know, man. This game is going to be really fantastic. I think this is there's going to be a lot of heavy hitters next year, so I don't know how is it going to do against like everything else that's coming out next year. Um but I think it would do well. I think it would do well for it for yeah, I'm hoping they put it, you know what they should? They should put this game in July because you know why? There's never fucking games in July, right? Like,
Oh yeah, as we were
yeah,
saying in another episode,
I
you know.
hate that shit so much. I don't know if that's just like the crunch. That's just like the time where gamers need to save money in their pockets and prepare for the next quarter. I have no idea how this works. It's just every fucking summer there's no games available in July, and I hate that shit. I hate
Yeah.
it. Like June, they'll get like one or two, maybe two the most, but it's always July, man. There's nothing. If July can get this, this would be great next year,
Oh yeah.
and it would be perfect because it would give people plenty of time to really feel the game out, play it, experience it, review it, all the above, right? Like it will give us plenty of time to enjoy the game before all the heavy hitters because they always do that. All the beginning of the year, all heavy hitters. The middle of the year, shit. The end of the year, they'll finish out with maybe one or two good games, in my opinion. That's just how it works. They do it all the time. With all the rest of the indie games that come out, obviously we have a lot of games that come out throughout the year, right? A lot.
Yeah.
They're all indie games. Some of them might do well, some of them might do dog shit. I hate saying it like that because again, like a lot of it takes time to make a game and it can flop, it can do horrible and all, whatever it is. Um, but that's what I'm saying. Like if you are just starting out, it would be smart to put your game on a month that's not really popping like that for any other games out there that's going to overshadow that.
Yeah. But it looks like a lot of people getting a lot of people's attention because they got over 99 million views. That's crazy. Damn, it's about to hit 10 million. Wow. So it's pretty popular. I'm sure it's gonna have an audience or it's already established the audience now, just from those views alone. That's crazy. Get 8 million on a different video too.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it has a lot of anticipation behind it for sure. As it should, because again, it's we don't get a lot of games like this and that really implements a lot of Chinese culture.
Oh yeah.
Besides, I mean, we've had a few, but it's not like a regulatory, like it's not on a regular every year we get like an actual game that really talks about Chinese heritage and stuff like that, right? Like that's something we don't see often.
Yeah, especially coming from the source itself. Like we usually hear like the American take on Chinese culture, but not from actual Chinese people.
Yeah.
This
So
is like, I don't think I even played a game from like actual China that's made in China. So this gonna be fascinating to actually
yeah.
from
Yep.
the developer team that
Yep.
there.
So guys, high expectation of this game for sure. And
Yeah.
hopefully we want to know what you guys thoughts and opinions are. Again, I'm late to the party. This has been out for a long time now. So I'm just now figuring it out. But when I watched it, I was like, I don't know about you guys, but I am definitely gonna be pre-ordering this game once the pre-orders go up next year at some point.
Oh yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
We don't have an official date. Hopefully, this game does not go into development crisis, like delay issues and stuff like that.
No.
Yeah, we just want this game to kind of, if it's its first, I'm hoping that the team really put a lot of work behind it. Hopefully, they'll make sure that it gets, you know, it'll get put out to the public on time, and we won't see any delays for us to really get their first, get a good intake on what their game company is about, and if they do well on this project, we'll see. If they do well, then we'll see what's going to be happening on the next couple projects when they decide to make more games. I'm sure they will if it does well. But
Oh yeah, of
good
course.
fucking look, good kudos to you guys. I'm not sure what the budget it was to make this project, but hey, you guys did a great job with presenting your project, and I'm not sure how much time and pay. I'm sure it took a long time, but hey, man, you guys, what a fucking way to start, for your first game too. Like,
Oh yeah. That reminds me too. Another game out of China that's supposed to be coming out soon. Lost Souls Aside. That's also a Chinese game company. I'm like, okay, China, y'all, y'all
what
coming up
what
on
is
the
it? What
game
what is it
development.
called? We can look that one up real quick.
Lost Souls Aside. Let's see.
I got it.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. This is a 17-minute. We'll go down the trailer.
Oh yeah, I think they got a shorter one.
I'm already getting a Final Fantasy type vibes.
Oh yeah. They said they was heavily inspired by Final Fantasy and Devil May Cry.
Whoa, this was 2016?
Oh yeah, this is what made back then.
Oh my god, this has been around for a long time.
Oh yeah, I think this is one of the earlier trailers, but they recently released one last year too, a new updated one.
Dude, that's a long time. The trailer's been out for that long? Wow.
Yeah, it's been in development for quite some time. They recently got the director of Devil May Cry on their team too. I'm like,
Oh,
oh
so
shit.
hopefully, I don't know if they're gonna be taking their time, but this, see in the comments it says the indie game I created using Unreal 4, Unreal Engine 4. So hopefully, if they took the time before Unreal Engine 5 came out, see, look, that already looks choppy, but that was for 2016. So hopefully, they did a lot of adjustments to the game before it coming out, which I'm sure they did with Unreal Engine 5 now being out.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's like if you look at the recent trailer they put out last year, they upgraded a lot. So
I'm already getting that type vibes. Devil May Cry. Yeah.
yeah. And it's crazy that they got the director on their team now. I'm like, oh shit.
Dude. And it's awesome because Devil May Cry, we don't know what that's gonna be looking like, if they're ever gonna come out with a 6 or like anything close to it. Right. This is the closest thing to it right now.
Right. It's literally like a mix between the two games.
And this is from China? China's killing it right now, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, shit, bro. He's like an indie developer as well. It's crazy.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. And this is the early version of this game. Imagine where it's at now. This is back 2016, July.
Ooh, I wonder what that dragon thing is. I'm guessing that's like his little helper or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see this is very old because you can tell like just the graphics are not like enhanced. Like you can tell it's oh my god, he flies? Oh dude, this is gonna be fire. Yo, this shit is cool as hell. Like what?
I didn't see that part in the new one, in the new trailer. It's crazy that they started off so small too, this development team, and then they gradually kept getting more and more people to help out.
I wonder what it's like, how long it takes to make a video game.
But yeah, I know years, and
Like, that's why we created the podcast, to kind of just try to like talk about video games and like how, like the idea that developer teams put behind them, and I like the writers, and I would like to get some people like that on the show to talk about them.
definitely get an inside scoop about that.
This is I'm sure this has to take so much time to make, man. Like,
I mean, yeah, look at this. So much detail.
And that's the
even
sad-
in early versions.
and that's the sad part too. It's like when they put so much creativity behind it and it doesn't do well, it's like, damn, man, that sucks.
Yeah.
Because you can never control what the public likes, you know?
Well, yeah, it's unpredictable if it's going to do good or not.
Just for saving myself.
Yeah, this is great. I'll get this too.
Yeah, man.
They look like
I was hoping to come out this year, but it hasn't been any latest news ever
nah,
since
man.
last
They're
year,
killing.
so-
Yeah, I feel like this year needs to be. Well, we got God of War official date too. I can't wait to talk about that on a later episode. That would be fun.
Oh,
Yeah, we got God of War at the end of the month, at the end of the year, and then Forspoken. I think there's a few other games coming out this year.
well, yeah,
that we're waiting.
Bayonetta 3.
Yeah, but
That's the next
leave
one.
these games, these really unique games for next year, because this year is already basically over. You know what I mean?
Oh,
So
yeah.
it's like I'd rather leave all the new IPs for next year, because we're coming into a new year, new generation. Because again, each year is a new next generation of video games and all type of genres out there, and all sorts of entertainments, right? So that's why I'm saying, like, at least with games, it would be a good idea to just bring new IPs coming on next year, so we can start fresh.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm hoping Project Eve also comes out next year, too. That's when I was hoping to come out as
Yeah,
well.
I heard about that one too. That was gonna be cool.
That one looks amazing. Oh, my God. That was mind-blowing.
Don's
when I
like,
seen that, too.
yo, when that shit comes out, we definitely bringing that shit up on the show.
Yeah, I don't usually pre-order games, but I'm probably going to pre-order that one. That
Yeah.
Project Eve is definitely on my list.
There you go, Don. You one of us now. Well, as long as you guys continue to communicate with us, and tell us what you guys want us to kind of go over, talk about, or even different ideas that you kind of bring to the show, we're always open to ideas out there. And yeah, like, hopefully you guys are subscribe, follow our pages on all social media platforms. And I think that's about it. Don, you have any other short takes you want to kind of go over before we head out today?
No, that's about it. Hope everybody has a good one, and yeah, see you next time.
All right, we'll see you guys on the next episode. Take care. Peace.
Peace.